What's up, guys? How y'all doing today? My name is Elijah. We're here with another video. We're working on the Nissan 370Z today. As you can see, we're gonna do a oil change and an oil filter change, and I think we might even do a wash today, so we might give you guys a treat. With me right now, I got my homeboy. He pulled up on me, an extra set of hands. He pulled up on me in the Silver Surfer, you know what I'm saying? The FRS, looking clean as hell.
Yes, sir.
Y'all gotta check out these wheels, man. Maybe I can get him to tell y'all a little bit more about that later on. But for now, let's go get the gear and let's go get the items we need to do the oil change and get right to it.
All the way down there? Yes, sir.
I wonder if they have a
The good mobile one.
oh yeah. K&N filter.
Right there.
That's what we need.
Yes, sir.
How you doing, guys? So now that we got all the stuff we need, we got the oil, we got the oil filter, we're gonna get right into it. So what you're gonna need is, if you wanna do it the safe way, we got our jack here. We got some jack stands that we're gonna...
low profile jack.
Low profile jack. We got our jack stands. Got our jack stands that we're gonna use to, you know, put it under the car. Also, another step that you can take is that you can get your wheel. You can take a wheel off, or if you have a spare wheel, just laying around. And once you jack it up, put the wheel under the car as an extra protection in case the jack stands go wrong for any reason, or if you don't have jack stands at all. So I'm gonna show you a little bit about that in a second, but let's get right into it. So look, I'm gonna show y'all what I discovered. So there is an actual jack point in the front of the car. And if you have a jack that's long enough to reach it, then by all means, that would probably be the best way. I have a low profile jack and it is pretty long. I thought it would reach, but we ran into some difficulties. So we actually had to find another jack point. So let me show y'all where that's at real quick. If you guys can see, this is currently where we have the jack set up. So we have it on this metal, am I reaching it? This metal frame right here, all right? And you kind of gotta, with my jack, I had to kind of push it some more, just to kind of get it to fit there perfectly, but we got it in. And hold on, let me turn the brightness up on this. There you go, so you guys can see it. So yeah, so we have it jacked up on the metal frame right here, and we're gonna put the jack stands right here, and I'm gonna show you guys what this looks like in a second. So we got the jack up. I'm gonna show you guys where we put the jack and the jack stand, so you can see exactly what I did it, and you can do it as well. You wanna come down here? So, like I showed you in the earlier example, like I showed you guys earlier. Let me see if it'll focus. This is where we have the jack stand set up right here. Hold on. Yeah, let me just adjust that real quick. So this is where we have the jack stand set up. In this little well right here. And then we had the jack set up, like I said, over here behind there on the on this frame. Not the toe point, but the frame. Don't make that mistake. So this is what I was telling you guys. Now this is a spare tire, so this is not ideal. Ideally what you would want to have is a tire that you kind of have laying around, or even take off one of the tires that you have on your car right now. Just undo it, and what you would want to do is put it under your car. Now the reason why you would do that, in case your jack stands fail, or for any reason, if the car is falling down and you're under there, having a tire, a thicker tire than that, having a tire under your car will prevent it from completely falling on you. So ideally you would want to have it, right here, kind of right next to your jack stand. Obviously if you're working in this area, don't do that. Kind of move it back towards the back wheel. But yeah, right here is what you would want to do. And just leave it there in case of anything falls. Guys, so this is what we got today. For the 370Z, you're gonna need a couple things. First up, I went ahead and got myself a cabin air filter because that needs to be replaced. You might as well get everything that you need to get done one time. All right. The oil, 5W30. I went full synthetic, Mobil 1. The reason why I went Mobil 1, I've gotten lots of recommendations. A lot of people say that Mobil 1 is the way to go for cars like these. So yeah, we're doing it. And since it needs 5.18, I think, quarts, I went ahead and got me an extra quart. You don't have to do this, but you know, just to have it, it doesn't hurt to have it on deck. Now, important, while you're changing your oil filter, while you're changing your oil, you also want to change your oil filter. So I went ahead and got me a K&N Performance oil filter. I don't know if that's gonna, right there. Now, reason I got that is because a lot of people, like I said, recommended it. And with the K&N filters, it has this little groove right here. This little groove right here that you can wrench to easily take it off when it comes for its next replacement. So that's a plus right there. So K&N oil filter, and I got this all from AutoZone, but you know, no publicity. And last but not least, the most important part is you need to get yourself an oil catch can. I got, like I said, all this stuff from AutoZone. That's just my place to go for things like this. But you need to get yourself an oil catch can. Don't be an asshole and just let your oil just land everywhere. No one wants to be that guy. Catch your old oil, take it to AutoZone, O'Reilly's, Pep Boys, whatever your go-to store is, and they'll be able to handle it. So let's get right into it. So first thing you want to do, you want to unscrew your oil cap at the top of the where the engine bay is. I like to do that because I feel like it gives the flow of oil it flows better. So if I'm not mistaken, for this job right here, we're going to need a 14 millimeter. So I have my wrench right here. Just try the 14 millimeters real quick. Tighty tighty. We're going lefty loosey here, people. All right. So to get this off, you're going to have to unscrew all these bolts right here. You're gonna have to take this plastic part off. So it's a little bit of some hard work before you get to what you're trying to get to. And I lied. It is not 14. It's It's most likely 10.
That's my fault. That's weird.
Most likely 10. A lot of them be 10 sometimes. All right, so yep, 10 millimeter. And let's just get this off. I think they said it's 14 of these, bro, so we're gonna be here for a while. It's like, and I gotta put this shit back on too. I mean, I don't have to. I'm going to. It be niggas like that, bro, like take this shit off and then don't wanna put it back on, and then they wonder why their engine be blowing up like every fucking 10,000 miles. Cause rocks and shit be hitting the bottom of this, you know? So I took the plate off. This is what you're gonna have to take off. This is the plastic undercover that you're gonna have to take off. It's 16 bolts that you're gonna have to unscrew in order to get to the oil filter and in order to drain the oil as well. So I went ahead and I unscrewed it. There is going to be 3 screws right here that you're going to have to take a flathead screwdriver and pop out. My car didn't have one, so I didn't have to do that. But if your car does have one, once you take those off, if you see that it's still stuck on there, you're gonna have to take the screws that are attached to these 3 locations and you're gonna have to pop it out. This is what you're gonna have to drain out. This is the oil plug that you're gonna twist. I'm pretty sure on the 370 it's a 14 millimeter. Let me check real quick. Yeah, it's a 14 millimeter, so you're gonna need a 14 millimeter socket and a wrench. And this is the oil filter right here that we're gonna replace. So let's just go ahead and twist that real quick. Okay.
It's all that tight.
Cut that real quick. So yeah, like I said before, you're gonna have to undo this screw right here for this oil filter, the oil housing right here, and you're gonna have to undo this nut. So once you unscrew with a 14mm wrench, it should, yep. Fuck. Damn. Don't be like me and lose your screw in the fucking, yep. I gotta wash this off now.
That's kind of fun.
So while that's draining, it's good to unscrew the oil filter housing at the same time. So you can go ahead and let that drain as well. There you go. You nasty fuck. I'm gonna leave that cursing in too. I ain't gonna lie. Yep. So after you let the oil drain out, what I did is I take the new oil and just slightly I lubed the new oil. I lubed the screw with the new washer, just a tiny little bit, just to make sure it's just lubricated. And just go ahead and put that back on. Now when you tighten it, you want to make sure it's snug, but you don't want it to be gorilla tight, okay? Like, you don't want to be fighting with the screw next time you go to do an oil change, like what I had to experience. So you just want to make sure it's nice and snug. Just like that. That's not going anywhere, okay? Next, you're gonna want to get your oil filter. So, this is the oil filter. This is the oil filter right here. Now, this oil filter isn't lubed yet. What you're gonna wanna do is you wanna take some of the new oil that you have and you wanna just lube it around the ring just to make sure that it's not snatching at any point and that it can just easily and snugly just fit into the groove. After you finish hand screwing on the oil filter and you screw back the bolt, then you're gonna wanna put your oil in the car. So let's go ahead and just do that. Now you're gonna wanna put a full 5 quarts. Usually the bottles that they sell at AutoZone or most other places is exactly 5 quarts. So you're gonna wanna put a full bottle, a full large bottle, and then you get a 1 quart as well. And what most people do is they let their car run for a little bit, probably about 20 to 100 miles, and then they put that extra quart in. Or what you can do is you can put it in right now. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put that extra quart in about like 50 miles. All right. Let's start the car up. Alright, so I poured the oil in like I showed you guys. So right now what I'm doing, just because I like to be sure about my work, is I am letting the car run. I'm gonna let it run for about, let's say 5 to 8 minutes, and I'm gonna keep an eye on the oil filter, and oil filter housing, just to make sure that nothing is leaking down below. And if it doesn't leak, then you know, mission accomplished. Alright guys, so I let the car run for a few minutes, and after a few minutes, I saw that there wasn't any leaks, so we're good. And that's basically it, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe. you know, I really appreciate every like that I get. So let's grow this family. Hopefully this video gets 100 likes. That's my goal. If we get 100 likes on this video, then I'm gonna do a giveaway. So, you know, show some love. And yeah, this is how you do an oil change on the Nissan 370Z. Hope you enjoy.